Welcome in. Thought I'd give a chance to Shroud a little more this evening. Okay. Let's see, where were we? We were in Enshrouded. We were doing things over this way. Last time I streamed, I was just beginning to work on making a curved path because I am really bad at curved paths. And I worked a little on that off stream yesterday. So we'll start over here and see how that is. Give me one sec. Oh, and the water update. I now know that this blue is going to go away. So that's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful news. It'll be water and won't be glowy. So that'll be awesome. This path is the path we were working on. I guess I should sleep, but the bed is up here. So let's go take a look at the bed. So we can sleep. Sleep. There we go. So this is the path I was working on. We wanted a path to connect the two building areas that I kind of have active. This and this. And we wanted a path to connect them. This is just trying to also connect all the building areas together. So we started here and we're trying to create a non-straight path for part of this, and then part of it, this part is going to go down and continue on this way. There's going to be a bunch of houses here at some point. So this path is kind of unfinished, but that's the idea, is that there's a path going that way. And then as we get up here, then this curved path, this part I need to work on, it's not quite curved. That needs to be adjusted, so that's a little more curvy right there. The rest is pretty good. Anyway, sidetracked already. This part, when we got up to here, this is now forming kind of a main highway through this area. So it changed to a much wider path and kind of a stylized version of a path. And that is going over this way. This is going to be like a main kind of boulevard through the area. Eventually, you can see this yellow line here is where the current build area ends. And the idea will be to add another flame altar over on this side, so I can continue and build more up here, but I still have plenty of area to be able to build in. So that's nothing urgent. This here, this main path will help to define this area, and we'll build little off-roads from here. But I tried to, even though this is a really stylized thing, I tried to not make it just a completely straight road, even though it is definitely based off of a square format. I tried at least shifting them, and then over here kind of moving it to the side. When we get here, these blue dots are connecting with some other kind of path. This existing pathway, along with a road going up this way, and up into this path, which already exists. So I think I'm going to work on those paths tonight at some point. And then I might also work on some more detailing in this community center. We need to definitely add a whole bunch of stuff in the kitchen. And I want to rework this to make it just one large stove instead of 3 stoves next to each other. It'll be more like a custom built stove. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for this evening. Hey Noti, welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. I'm just getting started. How are you doing today? Or tonight? Or wherever you are? Where are you located? I don't quite know that. If you don't mind me asking. I am doing pretty good. Can't complain. No complaints. 6 p.m. here in Sweden, so kind of just Dubai. Interesting. Cool. Here in Sweden, 6 p.m. I just decided, because I don't really have a set stream schedule right now, I'm just trying out different things. So I thought I'd hop on and see who's on, who's around at this time, and yeah, why not? I'm just doing this for fun anyway, so yeah. 8 p.m. for you? Yeah, very similar part of the time zone world. I'm working on pathing, if you didn't catch that today. And then also some detailing. I think I'm gonna start with the detailing because it's more fun. And I worked on this path, this part of the path all day yesterday and the day before, so I'm kind of pathed out for now. There we go. I want some planters. I know that. I want some planters, and I don't think I have them built. No, I need empty ones for what I'm thinking about doing. Maybe I could use these. Let's build some new ones. Go here. Change this. We want a bunch of these. Maybe 20. So we'll do 10. That'll be 5 minutes. What else? That, and then we need some kind of brick for the oven. We'll go down over here and take a look at the different options. Our little testing facility. This may be a good option. Refined sandstone block. Because right now, over there... What is over there right now? One of these? Definitely one of these. This is over there. So if we put this with this. Yeah, that can work. That solves that. And then... Yeah, I think that should be good enough. Good enough. Take whatever of these are done. 3, 2, 1, more. We might actually also remove all this blue stuff at some point today, because it's gonna need to come out. I know I have until October sometime, but once the water's here, it's gonna be water. It's gonna be nice. Maybe this path should also come up this way. Connect here. Okay. We must destroy a little in order to make. There's like pots in here. And I'll probably replace this as well. And maybe this one might do better. Yeah, it creates that nice little edge. And oh, it has that tile on the top though. Yeah, that'll be fine. But Nodi, are you originally from Dubai, or did you move there for work? I know a lot of people do that. I'm originally from the US and I moved to Sweden for love, but then fell away. But I remain here because it's a pretty cool country. Hey Gustavo, thanks for coming in. Building is going good. I'm working on this kitchen today. I'm gonna try and make a little custom stove here. And doing a couple things today. Working on the stove, or working more on this kitchen, getting more decorations in here. And also I'm gonna work some more on pathing that I've been creating in between the two locations. And then I'm gonna start ripping out the blue blocks that I was kind of using as holding places for if and when water is announced. And now I know, based off of a video that was posted on YouTube, that we're getting water for sure, placeable water as buckets that we can place into stagnant areas where the water won't move, it'll just stay in that fixed area. Then we're also getting an infinite water source, which includes another thing that they just call the drain. So my understanding is, hey Sholly, thanks for coming in. Feel free, definitely okay to lurk. Much rather have people here than talk to myself. No, but the water update is gonna include these drains, so you can have a water source and then a drain. And if you don't have the drain, it will flood the area up to that water source. So that'll be cool because we would be able to build like underwater worlds, even underwater. Thanks about my PNG. I just make those in Photoshop. My idea is to kind of change them every week or two for fun. It's keep the eyes exactly the same. So the eyes and the little figure stay the same, and then the little everything else about it changes. It's cute. I thought it was a fun idea. But yeah, water, I'm looking forward to it. Opens up a lot of opportunities to create a whole bunch of stuff that we just don't have the opportunity right now. Like we could, I don't know, we could like wall off a certain area and just completely flood this whole area. The water only stays in your building area, so instead of like trying to only build in the water area that's going to be unlocked when the patch releases, we'll be able to create like whole new locations basically with water. It'll be pretty rad. I'm glad you liked the PNG. It was my daughter's idea. I just started streaming, as you know, and I don't have a cam, so I was like, I don't have a cam, I don't want to create a anime character, because I know that's what a lot of YouTubers are, is like more anime characters. And my daughter was like, she's 18, my daughter, she suggested using that little creature. It's something that I have in my office. Yeah, VTubing is cringe. Nah, it's not that bad. VTubing is awesome for the people who kind of need that. I understand why people VTube. It's a very good tool for people to keep themselves private Um, while still having a great identity. Yeah, I would think the whole setup of like the motion capture and everything, that's like next level. Next level. That's not where I want that. How can I do this? I think I'm gonna have to put a wall up first. Yeah, the snap point on the thing is right in the middle. So it needs this wall to be able to at least hit something, and then I can make it work. I think. Yeah. Yeah. At first I kind of didn't understand it, and then my daughter just, she basically only follows VTubers. So I've gotten to know like the whole scene, but kind of through her, and it definitely opened up to it. It's a really cool group of people. Working. Not for everyone, I understand that though. It's definitely not for everyone, but I think I need another row. That's true. And I just did the PNG because it is super easy to make. If you have some basic understanding of Photoshop, even just, I mean, super basic understanding. But yeah, VTubing is a whole nother level. One of the streamers I watch who actually streams Escape from Tarkov, which is a shooter. I'm gonna take this out. She has a PNG right now, but she's creating a VTuber, and she's having it all rigged out and everything, which is a whole process in and of itself. So, yeah, definitely way beyond what I wanted to attempt as a casual streamer. So I'm trying to create like a this whole tile looks kind of Santa Fe-ish, like New Mexico deserty vibes. So I'm trying to create like a adobo oven kind of type thing. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but Yeah, I heard. From what I understand, it's really hard to find a rigger who is actually good and not just trying to scam you. So yeah. Hey, Sta. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I heard that too. Very expensive. Thanks for stopping in when Deadly's not around. I am playing Enshrouded like I always do, and I'm building like I always do, so... Let me know if you have any questions. If you want a tour of what I have been doing, I can take a break and go around. Looks like it curves way more on one side than the other. It's not really that complicated, it just takes time. It just takes time. And I have time, so why not use it? This past month I've been making a lot of life choice changes, and one of them was, hey, I like building games. I like playing them. Might as well stream them. Who cares? Like, what else? Uh-oh. Mic is loud. Okay, I can turn it down. Let me turn it down. That's super easy. Does everyone else agree with that comment that the mic is loud compared to the game and the music? No one else has an opinion? Okay. A tad? Okay. Turning it down. Is this any better? Or do you think it should go down even further? Thoughts? Opinions? I have a lot of leeway, so... I just went down only a little. Let me know. I can change things. Okay. Okie dokie. A bit low. Alright, everybody has a good... The music might be a little loud too, because I can't quite figure out how to keep that at the same level. So... Oh yeah. My problem is this is really bad. I wish everything would just stay in the same plane. My problem is that I use my Spotify all over, so I'll play my Spotify just on speakers in my room, which are not connected to this computer. And then for some reason when I pull up Spotify on this computer, it'll have already thrown off all the volume settings. So I'm like, wait, where did I have this before? Yeah, but you and Guitar Freak were, or what everybody was talking about on his channel, like I understand mixing boards, and my friends are musicians and stuff back in the US, so I understand a lot of like the basic stuff, but when you start getting into like the compressors and things like that, my mind just shuts off because I just follow YouTube videos saying what's a good recommended setting. You'd think it would be that easy, but I have 3 different locations where this is not working. Why are you so anxious? If you mess up, you just pick it up and start again. It's not like... No, I understand. It's not for everybody. For me, I used to work as an interior architect, so I have a lot of building, like I like building, or like space planning, I guess is a better way of saying it. I like planning out a space, so I like building games for that reason, to see like how I can make things work. And yeah, this game definitely could do better though for some building aspects. For people who really don't like building, there could definitely be better tools for just things in general. Because once you do get into this, like this is your just basic rotation. You can rotate things, and you can turn snapping on and off, so it'll snap to things or it'll freely move. So that's for like general people building. And then if you want to do insane stuff, then you can change all the accesses, flip it this way, rotate very smoothly, or flip this way as well. So there's a lot of flexibility in this game, but there's also, I think, still a lot of... It's in early access, but there's still a lot of things missing. Namely fabrics, glass, other kind of things like that. You think it has enough? I guess it has a good amount. It turned off. It's like, no, I don't want to work anymore. Funny. It's nighttime. I refuse to cook at nighttime. Yep, every building game is a little bit different, a little bit unique. This game I think is nice because it gives you the, instead of having pre-built building structures, it gives you a lot of flexibility that way, and then has a lot of clutter items, or like just other items to place inside those buildings once you build them. So other games like No Man's Sky has a really good snapping building system, but it's all what do you call it? Just like pieces that you have to place. You don't get any creativity with actually creating the pieces. No free camera. It's all, excuse me. The camera is like this. Or when you're building, when you have this hammer in your hand, you can hit on a keyboard, hit F, and then it'll go into first person. So you can be closer and look at things. But there's no real zoom in, zoom out. The way that it works with kind of zooming in, zooming out is if you have a block that you're gonna build with, like, go over here so you can see. So this block that's sitting in front of me, I'm not gonna move, but I can use Q and I can make the thing move away from me or closer to me. So there's like a distance thing that kind of is involved, so you can get a little further away from what you're building or get closer, depending on how you have that set. But I and everybody else who's actually a builder in this do wish for like a free floating build camera where you can just zoom around and your character remains still, but you could be building all around here. That'd be really great. All right, thanks for stopping in, Shelly. No problem. Sleep well. Or afternoon nap well, or whatever. Would be cool if there was a free camera like in The Sims or No Man's Sky. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. No, that it definitely would be better, and I think it's something that they probably have planned, but just isn't implemented yet because it's in early access. It's kind of what I wanted. Get rid of these. Look at that. That looks a little nicer than the 3 ovens that were here before. Put some of this back. Put you in there. And then we'll stack you two. That looks pretty believable. Okay. Might throw one of these down in the front here. Yeah, I love the ambience in this game. It's really nice. I have the music turned off so I can hear my music, but the music isn't that bad either. But yeah. The birds, the NPCs talking to you. It's kind of a pretty chill game. Pretty chill. The game has... Yeah, I'm just kind of stuck in the build, like in build mode, because I have completed the game basically, but the game has quests, bosses, things to fight. Everything when you start off, this is your starting point right here, Cinder Vault. Everything when you start off is this black kind of cloudy area. So the entire map is unseen. And as you explore, you open up the map and can explore further. Go over here real quick to where the game starts. It's not really spoilery. But when you start the game, there is this big build location, or this big empty field right here, where it suggests you start building your first home. You can see there's like a little path leading up to it. But you also could just as easily come over here and decide I want to start building here, and you can just basically build wherever you want once you place a flame altar. So you could build here and like just use this existing structure. As you get further into the game, there's more and more locations that are actually pre-built locations. Like, we'll just go over here real quick. This is a fast tower point that you unlock throughout the game. You unlock different fast tower locations, and from there you glide to move around as like kind of another form of fast travel. But in the game there's multiple different locations like this down here, where it is just a kind of a rundown house that you can go in and you could just say, this is now mine. Place a flame altar and you could just start living here. So if you don't like building, there's a lot of different locations in the game that have everything kind of already built for you to be able to just move right in. There's like a church over here, another, like, there's just a bunch of different places that you can do it in. So the game's really flexible for all different types of people. The game itself is pretty fun, I think. Just exploring and unlocking different areas. The kind of hook that the game has off of the title of is Enshrouded, which is this area that's all super cloudy. When you walk in there, on the screen you'll see it says Enshrouded, and then at the top it starts a timer. And when you first start the game, I think the timer is 5 minutes, and that means that you only can stay in this area for about 5 minutes before you die. And if you die, you return back to your most recent spawn point, which is either a flame altar or a teleport location or something like that. So but there's a lot of unique resources that you need to get from the Shroud. So there's a need to go in here, and then the Shroud is where most of the enemies are. And these are super easy for me now. They're like not really hurting me because I'm max level, and these are early mobs. So yeah, the game is called Enshrouded because there's this big lore reason. And I guess I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I played the game. The map is huge, so you start here and we're just kind of walking around this little tiny area, but the map is really huge, and they keep unlocking more and more areas all throughout the early access. The next area to unlock is this area here. That is right now looks kind of pink. That's Deadly Shroud. So if you go in Deadly Shroud, you just die immediately. And it's their way of kind of blocking off parts of the game they haven't developed yet or haven't released as being developed. So they can work on the game, release parts in different parts of the map, and then yeah, it's a really cool game. But the place I can show you real quick where I have built over here, it's called the Blue Goblet Tavern. I'm just gonna go back to the main menu. And I'll show you what that place looks like when you arrive just in the game. And then you can see kind of the freedom that the game gives you in terms of so this building here, this wall is important for you to remember. There's this wall here and this inn, which has pretty flat sides and is really torn down. The roof is all destroyed. This is what I decided I wanted to move into when I first started the game, because it was all pre-built and I didn't have to spend time building anything out. So I could just throw a bed down, throw a flame altar, and then this place was mine. So that's kind of how I started building in this area, and my thought was I'll just refinish this so it actually looks not all worn down. So from there, I kind of went crazy. And I'll show you the reference. Yeah, I mean, it's great. Like, I always thought, oh, it's a solo game, or it's not necessarily a solo game, but I always played solo, and I was like, I might as well just start streaming. See if anyone else is interested, get to know people. So it's fun to be able to break up your routines and not get so caught up in everything. It's good to meet new people, even if it's just online. So yeah, this is that same wall that was in the other unfinished area. And this is the kind of more upgraded version of the inn, with a bunch more added to it. And then everything else I built around. So the game lets you just live in it as it is if you want to do no building, or if you want to go crazy like I did, you can go crazy like I did. So yeah, I really like this game. I think I have 750 hours, which seems like a lot, but some people have multiple thousands of hours in games, so it's not really that much in the long term of things. And that's over like 3 years, I think. Nothing wrong with that. The using a translator when I first moved here to Sweden, I have also been working as a photographer, and all my clients were Swedish, and some of them would speak English to me and some of them would just speak Swedish and write emails in Swedish, so I had to translate everything and just try and learn from there. And even today my Swedish is horrible. Still need to do some with this. We need to maybe have one of these pans. Let me know if you have any other questions though. I'm happy to take a moment out and share.
Ready to have some fun? Let's do it.
Hey Diana, I saw you were on earlier and I was lurking a little, but I didn't spend the whole time there. It looked like a really cute game you were playing though. I hope it was fun. It kind of reminded me of, what was that game? My mind's drawing a blank, but the game you were playing, I've played a game similar to it, and it really reminded me a lot of that. I forget what the name of it is though. Welcome in though. Welcome in, Raiders. I am streaming Enshrouded. I build things because I enjoy building, and this is my little slice of heaven. So basically everything you see around here is stuff that I've built. Hey Yana. Yep. So today I was working on that kitchen that you maybe raided into me at, and I'm also maybe gonna work some more on this path. I worked on it when I streamed 2 days ago, and then I also worked on it yesterday off stream while Heroine was streaming her Enshrouded game. And so it's still got a bits and pieces to go, but the idea is to connect the two areas that I've been building in. And then up here is kind of my new area where I'm building. And what started in this area was this house, which I thought would be like a community center for all the people who live down in that other location. And the reason I chose it is because I really liked the view. I really liked seeing out into like this landscape. And then from there I've added slowly on up here. It's crazy. Built a airship out of things with little booster rockets. And a cabin for the officer. And then over here, this is a visitor center where you can come and experience the man on the wall with his glass of beer in his hand, his mug of beer. And this was just something I decided to challenge myself with. It is built almost entirely out of the terrain blocks instead of building blocks. The mug is building blocks, but everything else is terrain blocks. No, it's just construction. But at the time of building it, there was no water in the game. There still isn't water in the game. Water's coming in October. So I kind of didn't want to create a boat on like land somewhere. So I thought it would be with all this vast open area here. I thought it made more sense for it to be like an airship. So that's why I added the like the balloons instead of sails. I wish it could fly. That would be really cool to be able to take this and like fly around the... That would be super cool. That'd be really, really cool. Yep. So we have a little... a windmill down here with all the stuffs. You can grind the flour here if you want to get some flour. And then at one point I dug through the mountain to try and connect some of these areas as well. So I created a non-straight road through these two areas. And it connects up into existing build of the actual game. So this whole tunnel that we've been walking through thus far has been what I've done, and then up here it kind of opens up into the game, and there's like scary parts of the game and shrouded areas, and then we can go out on the other end and it gets back over to kind of where I have built. And so I built the scaffolding to be able to get up and down. And then I built this tunnel too. And that leads to this building that I built to kind of mimic something that might be found in the enshrouded areas. Completely covered in mushrooms and just destroyed basically. So yeah, the game is pretty fun. Well, if you like building. This part of the game is fun. The other part of the game that's actually the game is real fun too. But I already have done most of that, so. Okay, we're gonna look and see if I have any other pots and pans to put on the, yeah, this one. That's what I want. Don't need 8 of them, but use that anyway. Go here. Oops. That's starting to look pretty good. Much better than the just 3 stoves that were sitting here at the start of the stream. Like that a lot better. This needs to move over slightly though. Where did you go? There's a way. Okay. Wouldn't it be nice to have a kitchen this big? Wow. I'm gonna wait for any more decorating there. I'm gonna go through and delete these blue blocks. Maybe not. No, I'll leave them. I want to delete some. So okay, so the building area here only goes to this yellow line. If we go over the yellow line, it does not let us build. So that's what I'm kind of want to go this way though. Just 3? Oh, I messed up. See. 1, 2, yeah, there. Okay, and then we'll add... This is a roof tile, but I'm using it as decoration. So you can do that as well. Use things for things they're not supposed to be used for. Turns out looking not that bad. It's gonna be nighttime. We'll go sleep real quick. Sleeping in the upper left hand corner, you can see it increases your health when you're in a bed, and it also speeds up time by 60 times the speed. Put it there. I'm just making this up as I go along. There's no actual plan here. Most of these plants will just disappear when I place the roofing, but this specific plant where it says harvest will not disappear, so that'll remain there if I don't pull it out. And the reason why this block is square, but it's only placing it in the areas that were is because the areas were empty. I guess is the best way of saying that. So if you try and place a large thing like this, it will only go into the locations where there was nothing before. Here's one of those things. I forgot to take out. See it? And it won't let me take it manually. Ta-da! too far. Here we're gonna have more to the bottom. Sometimes I forget to go into first person mode and then we're like, wait, if I was in first person mode, I'd actually be able to see that. Okay, so we're heading there towards those blue blocks. That's where we're trying to get to. So we're trying to get there kind of along a path, but thinking that at some point there's going to be other things built around here. And I didn't want just a straight road. I wanted it to be more like here in Stockholm there's Gamla stan, which means old city in Swedish. And it has a bunch of old buildings that are basically built right next to each other, but kind of different layers. You can look it up on Google. Just Google Stockholm Old City if you don't know how to spell Gamla stan, which I assume you don't. But that's kind of the idea, I think, down the road, is to have buildings kind of meandering along this main road and have other side roads going off. So I'm gonna place this in here and then remove it. Place this there and remove it. Place, remove. Place, remove. Place, remove. And that kind of digs out this area. Enough where I can actually see what I'm doing. I'll put that there. Need to do some more over here. This tall grass is something else. There we go. I barely can see that. But In a second, it will all come together. There we go. I think there's an extra block over here. Right there. Okay. Keep heading this way. And then we're gonna build a stairs there. With something else. Maybe I just keep this going the whole way. I don't know. Deep thoughts by Easy to Forget. This is another non-traditional building method. Pickaxe. Works kind of sometimes it doesn't. I'm gonna put this like this. And how did I have that over here? With the one on top overhanging. We'll let that overhang. Too many. Whoops. Remove. Wonder why that grass is coming through. It is gone now. Beautiful child again. Okay, so we can get rid of these. And let's take this. There's another building tool that allows you to flatten areas. I'm trying to preserve this tree with the vines at the bottom. All these trees, it's not possible currently in the game to replant them. So I'm trying to work around those. These other trees, like the one I destroyed, and that looks like that one, I can't replant, so trying to save the ones that I can't put back where I want, and then manipulate others into where I want them. Okay, we need to add some land back here. There we go. Now we're gonna have a staircase going up there. It's gonna look the same as, or have similar to this. I don't know if I'm gonna make it that wide. It's so big. That's what she said, right? That's a really big fat. Could do it though. Could do it. Yep, it's possible. Okay. We'll go back to this part though. Oh. Just removing some of this soil. Doesn't need to be there. And it like transitions a little easier, more smoothly. Okay, where are we gonna have this? There. It's too high, no. Okay, so how... How should we do this? Is 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. 8 and 6, 14. And this is only 1, 2. This rock also can't be replaced, so I don't want to get rid of that. And oddly, you can't place rocks in the game currently. Which I think is really weird. There's a thing of little rock right here even. Maybe not. You'd never know I was here destroying everything. It looks so pretty. Okay, this? There's also going to be a path going this way. Might just go this way, but not up there. That looks horrible. The game did that. And that. Some dev who was like, oh yeah, that's okay. I'll just place that tree there and it'll grow perfect like that. We'll try and fix that. But I'm not gonna go that way, that's too hard for what I want to do today. Tap Dog, thanks for stopping in. Yep. I'm still on the path building, but I'm getting quite far. Now I'm starting to work on stairs going up this way. Today we also changed one tiny thing in the kitchen, and then I did a little tour and kind of explained the game a little to some other people who are curious. In the kitchen we updated this. Instead of one of there was 3 of these just sitting right next to each other before, like 1, 2, 3, and I made this instead out of some planter pots, and yeah, shoving one of these in there and some more planter pots. So yeah, I started the stream doing that, and then I really want to rip out the blue tiles that are over here that you can see right there, that are meant to be water, because I know that there's actual real water coming. So eventually I have to rip all this out, just the blue part. And then it should be a perfect path. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. It should be a perfect path for the real water to actually flow in the game and then come. The only thing I don't know is how far, if there's like a limit on how far the water will flow down. You might have to create like tiers on here where it like goes back and forth kinda before it gets down. But yeah, eventually I want to rip. This actually goes under this bridge. Yeah. I originally was thinking of doing those with ice, and I'm so glad I didn't, because icy is so much more of a pain, especially to rip out. So, but yeah, I'm trying to work on this path, get it done, so I can be kind of done with that. I really need professional help though, because the path starts off really nice, I think, and looks actually believable that it's curvy, and then like right here it's like just too angled, and I need to figure out, I need to carve it in this way a little more. I just didn't want to do it. I was too bored. Then it switches to this path, which is the boulevard for all the future build that's going to happen here. It's going to be like the main road that connects places. But yeah, now I need to build this staircase that goes up to here and down to there. And I want to keep this tree here because it doesn't grow back. This is angled. I kind of have to do... I need to do stairs going here, and then like a walkway over, and then another stairs up this way. If I want to have this pattern that I have on this. Could do something like this, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yep, working on the path though. Trying to get that done. I think I'm gonna start up here and work my way this way to see where these square chunks naturally end here, and then try to connect those 2 points together. It's nighttime though. I don't want to build at night. Eat a strawberry. Here's my stove. How are you doing today? Any excitement in your life or just chilling? It's 7:30ish here in Sweden, so evening. Thought I'd stream in the evening, give that a try. Don't really have a set streaming schedule right now, so just trying things out, see what fits, see what doesn't. Okay. Get rid of these. We're gonna need some more of these castle wall soon. It's 1839. Oh, 639. I was like, the year 1839? Wow. You know how to time travel? That's interesting. Yeah, just an hour before me in the UK. Where in the UK are you from? I lived in Edinburgh for a year. Edinburgh. North Yorkshire. When I was living there, I actually had a friend who was from Yorkshire. That was a long time ago, though. 1998, I was there. Were you even born then? That was a long time ago. God's country. Yeah, I do like the farm, or the... Excuse me, hold on. I need a cup. Ah, that's... You have been around then. 57. No, I like the countryside. In England and Scotland, Wales. I didn't actually make it to Ireland, but the main island I was able to visit in the year that I spent there. Mostly stayed around Edinburgh though. Made it down to Plymouth. Oh, nice. I'm currently in Stockholm, Sweden. So we have a bunch of... One thing I didn't know about Sweden before I moved here is that it's the country with the most islands. If somebody, if you ever get a trivia question at like a pub trivia night, yeah, Sweden has the most islands. Heading over that way. I should do an angle here first. I'm gonna do an angle. Oops. That was wrong. Very, very wrong. We'll fix it. Easy fix. Easy fix. The game's getting all weird. It's like freezing up for some reason. Don't know what's going on. Did I plant that? This I planted. I'm undoing this because it's going to be too straight of a road. I just realized if I do that one there, then it's just like basically a straight road here. Now that I remove those trees, I can kind of curve this a little slightly. Won't be much, but really need more of these blocks. Mm-hmm. Server tool. So are you at work or oh, I forget what I think you wrote. Your server. A server for what? A game? A server for storing data? Movies, music, prawn. Oh, your Lord of the Rings server. Gotcha, gotcha. Do you have photos of your Lord of the Rings stuff on the Discord? On the Entrada Discord? Is your name the same on the Discord? Then I can look it up when I'm offline. Top dog, okay. I'll look it up. You could also, I think, you could just go into your build and like do at easy to forget, and then I would just get a pop-up of it. It'll be way easier to try and find it that way, maybe. I'd love to check it out. Oi! Yeah, Yana raid happened. Welcome, Erwin. Nice to see you. Currently working on my slightly becoming more straight curved path. So I'll show you. How you doing today? I saw you were in Yana's. I was lurking in Yana's thing at one of the cute little game she was playing. And I saw you were in there, but I was just about to start streaming, so I didn't want to interrupt and be like, hey, I'm gonna go stream. So I am happy with this part of the path. This part of the path seems kind of natural and curvy and like fine to me. And then here it's gonna break out and be more path that way. So this part isn't necessarily finished, but it's just, this is that upper cliff where more houses are gonna be. So I wanted to kind of tie that in together. Making dinner. But this part, you need to fix this for me, cause, or tell me how I can fix it, cause it's way too straight. And every time I try to make it not straight, I start like cutting in this way, and then it basically just shifts everything over one, and then I'm back at the same straight path. And it's kind of straight here too. Like, I don't know how I was able to do it here, but not up there. Really confusing. But then that curvy part turns into the main promenade place for all the other building that might happen up here at some point, like 3 years from now. We'll see. And that has looped around here. And now I'm working on building from up here over to here. So then I know where to connect the stairs. From down here to up there. So yeah. That's what I'm working on. How are you doing today? Any fun excitement? I also built changed the oven in here. made a cute little oven. It used to just be 3 of these sitting next to each other. I don't know if you remember that. Good night, Nobi. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Sleepy, sleepy tight. But oh, I was asking you a bunch of questions, I guess. Hi, Nodi. Bye, Nodi. You missed the whole thing. Sorry. I didn't realize you were away. Away. No. Yes, by the way, I got all my, what are they called? Brain fart. All my alerts, like spam alerts, fixed. So now it only deletes the message instead of every text you've written. I'm very happy about that. I don't know if I like this. What's happening? Because it's like too big of a gap. It's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I can go down one more at least there. Could go down. Top Dog is currently working on his Lord of the Rings server for his Enshrouded build. So he's off and on with the chat. What should I do? What should I do? Could make these smaller because they're up here. That's what I'm gonna do. Everybody's building. Just the normal part of a builder's life, destroying everything you just built because you're not happy with it. Okay, starting over. My day has been pretty normal. I went and just did a couple things around, and then decided I should stream tonight because I haven't tried this kind of time frame, and I wanted to see. I think it's more busy for me. More busy. I thought I'd give it a try. I think Twitch is telling me that I need 6 more follows, and then I guess I'm an affiliate. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh. Well, what's for dinner tonight, though? I did not eat. I'm gonna eat after I'm done streaming. In another 2 hours, it will be 10 o'clock. Why did I wait to eat so late? I don't know. Strange person this guy is right here. I'm just having leftovers though, stuff I made yesterday. So no real skill involved other than a microwave. Meat and noodles. Like noodles like pasta, or like noodles like ramen? Noodles. Yeah, thanks. Nice. Nice. Using these smaller ones, I can make it more curvy up here, so that's more better. Noodles, okay. So like one of those pool noodles that you like float on in a swimming pool. You just cooked up a bunch of those. The pink ones and the blue and the purples. Tasty pool noodles. Do you know what a pool noodle is? It's like that styrofoamy straight thing that has like a hole in the middle of it. Kids use it to learn how to swim. Sometimes. It helps them float. It's just plain noodles. Yeah, but is the noodles a pasta noodle? Like a flat spaghetti noodle? Like, or is it like an Asian style noodle where it's like ramen, or you have no idea? Nice. I'm when you start curving. One more, 2 more, and then back. No need to Google. No need to Google. No need to Google. I'm just over curious. I am having leftover egg noodles. Ah, there you go. Those are pasta noodles that are made with eggs instead of flour. Well, they're made with eggs, including flour. Pasta is just flour and water, and egg noodles are flour, water, and eggs. I, in fact, am going to eat some egg noodles in my leftovers. It's this dish that my mother made when I was growing up. That's super easy to make. It's like a can of tuna, some egg noodles, and like this white creamy soup, and a can of peas, and cheese. You bake that in the oven until it's all done cooking. And then you put those roasted onions on top. Rostad Yeah, the kind of things that you guys put on hot dogs, that is what goes on top of there. Do you do that in Norway? They do that in Sweden anyway. I'm babbling. Okay, I did adjust the volume, my volume lower earlier because people were complaining it was too loud compared to the other things. So that might be a reason. It's you. You know, I think in one of your streams you said that you had difficulty hearing, and I myself have difficulty hearing. So much so that it's a result of, sorry, I'm thinking about building, not focusing on what I'm saying. When I was a kid, I got a lot of ear infections where they had to put a bunch of, do like small surgeries on my ear and put on like thing in my inner ear to help the fluid drain out of it. And then it's like a little tiny tube. And then that little tube would fall out eventually on its own. And then eventually the hole that was there would seal up, and then my ear would start getting full of fluid again and cause an infection. And then I'd have to go back and get another surgery. And that happens so much that it still happens now. So every couple of years I have to go in, see the doctor. The doctor's like, oh, you're back again. Then I get a thing put it small surgery. Then I can hear again. Slightly better. Still not the best. But anytime I'm at the reason why I thought about it is because you said anytime you're like out somewhere and there's background noises you can't hear, and that's exactly what happens to me. I find it really difficult to focus on a conversation if there's a bunch of background noise going on. Yeah, I had ear infections all as a kid. And I don't get ear infections anymore as an adult because I know how, like, I really avoid getting water in your ear, which is a big problem. But because there's like so much scar tissue or whatever that's in there, it just keeps happening time after time, where this last time the doctor kind of freaked out. He's like, "Oh, you're back again? Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, the same thing's happening." And it kind of didn't believe me, even though I've been there like 3 or 4 times here in Sweden. And then if this is too graphic for you, just tell me to shut up, okay? But when they do a surgery on you as an adult, you are awake and they just numb your ear, and then they cut in little tiny hole in your ear. And it's really weird to do that as an adult because it's in your ear and you don't feel the pain, but you hear it really, really loud, all the cutting noises. Anyway, sorry for that. But the doctor did the surgery, cut open the hole, and then tried to get like the fluid out, and he like said, "Wow, there's a lot in here. I didn't expect this." I was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all that fluid in my ear, I can't hear anything because it just like muffles everything." I think it's not that rude to eat while you watch somebody's stream. Okay, this worked quite well because this is more curvy than those big chunks were, and it fits up better with this. And then we'll do a stair down here, over and down. So yeah, one kind of funny thing is though, every time I go and get this surgery on my ear, because it's like on your inner ear and your inner ear controls your balance, I always get super duper extra fainty, where I get like super white skin, and the doctor and the nurse are like, "Yeah, you are not allowed to leave the office until the color in your skin returns." I'm like, "It's not my fault. You guys just cut open my ear. What do you want me to do?" But yeah, it's pretty amusing. This is annoying. Doesn't even... Burb. Oh, this is not working. Stop. And do it a different way. Different solution, same problem. Well, that was horrible. Whoops. What is this tree? I really don't want to get rid of this tree, but it's gonna be right in the way. Is it both of it? No, I think it's just... No, we're gonna have to get rid. We go this way. And then go down here. Back. Welcome back. Do you have an opinion on my dilemma here? This tree is one of these trees that we can't grow with the vines. So if I delete this, it's gone forever. But it has this branch here, right in the middle of the path. So do I delete the tree, or do I make the path go over this way? And then I have the same problem. So then I delete this one. Work around it? How? How? Just make it angled here. Just make it angled. Okay, I'm doing it now. I don't know how that's gonna look though, because these ones over here that are angled at least have 2 blocks or 3 blocks, and so they kind of blend together. I don't know how single block will work. Why are you so mean? Just trying to build straight, and then you're like, work around it. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Delete. Remove. Well, actually, yeah, we'll remove those. And then we'll do this. Nobody did, other than my inner voice that said, you should be building curved, not straight. Do the hard thing, not the easy thing. So that's what I'm trying to do. You're just like you're the You know how you have like a good and evil, like the little angel and the devil sitting on your shoulders? You're just like an extra one up there that's like, yeah, you should actually do the thing that you should be doing, not the thing that's easy. If that makes sense. This needs to come out though. I think right here we'll have a... Yeah. For me. For me. For me. I'm out of blocks. Out of blocks. We need to go build. Some more blocks. What do you think of the news of the water thing I posted in your Discord? That's gonna be pretty nice. We could basically take any area and make it into a whatever we want. Even a whole underwater world we could create if we wanted. Should be pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Welcome.
I should actually pick this up and move it over here. Just see this super clever solution. Putting a whole bunch of stairs, and then I'm just gonna delete the ones I don't want. Block by block. I wish I could turn this tree off though. This branch is really annoying. Yeah, no, don't watch the video if you don't want to be spoiled. I didn't watch too much of the video. Only that each section was like time stamped for like what they were going to talk about. And there was one section on the water. So I just listened to that water section. Seems pretty... It seems a lot more than I thought it was gonna be, I guess is the best way of saying it. I personally was hoping for flowing water and everything, but I was keeping my expectations kind of in check, thinking that it might just be still water that is just in locations. But I am pleasantly surprised. I didn't need all these. Two. This is really... Thanks for being here, Branch. Appreciate it. Are you working, you're just chilling, or are you building in your world as you lurk in the background? Whoop. That's not too bad. No. What am I gonna do here? How am I gonna do this? You're running around the new server we made. That sounds like fun. Are you looking for like a location to build? Is that what you mean, or just running around? I messed up.
We get letters from people say they just sleep better when the show's on.
Hey, thanks for the follow. IQ Mindspark. Welcome in. That was my little Bob Ross follow message I added today. I've been learning all new things Give me a second, mine spark, and I'll give you a quick tour around. Woof. I'm just working on some stairs right now to go with this path that I'm creating, which is connecting two different areas of my build. So I have some kind of framework to build around at some point. But over here is my build. This is my enshrouded build. It is quite interesting because there's so much hidden behind trees that you don't actually see all of it. How are you testing that? See, because sorry, I'm between two conversations here. Mine's work. I'm just gonna walk around without actually talking about the build, and then I'm gonna tell Erwin something. Erwin, the other day you raided that British guy who's living in the US that has cute cats that he feeds. I forget his name. But he also was hosting a server and he kept his internet dropping. I think because there's the more people on it or something. And I hope that doesn't happen with your server, because that would be a real bummer. I don't think his internet connection is as fibrous as yours is though. So anyway, that was my thought. Mindspeak, thank you for coming in. I very much appreciate it. This is what I do. I build around Enshrouded, and yours is stable. Or there must be horses or something. That was a horse joke. Yeah, I played this game and I originally... Sprigleaf, yeah, that's the person. I'm bad with names. Unless I see them right in front of me. Anyway, when I was playing this game, I really liked it. And this building, in a much lesser state, was where I ended up. And I called this my home. And then I started building and building and building, and everything evolved from there. So now all my NPCs have little homes, bathrooms, toilets. Can't sit on the toilet though. It's better than anything you ever built. It's definitely not something that happened overnight. It all took time. But yeah, I have been doing this off and on for a while, and then I just decided I should start streaming because I enjoy watching people build. Maybe people might enjoy watching me build. So, and I started streaming last week or so. Whoops. Greetings. You saw that? Did you get it on video? If so, I'm gonna need to confiscate that because that was embarrassing. Also, do you have a bandage? Oh, I have one here. Thank you.
Hey!
Oh, you saw it too? Oh, where are you going? This is what I'm really curious about. Is this right now is just tile, and people will come and walk on it because they just think it's blue tile. But I wonder when it's water if they actually won't start pathing down here and they'll avoid it.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh. This is my vampire lovers who live in this house right here. I make up little backstories for these people because that's fun to do too. It's not part of the real lore, it's just part of my lore. Anyway, I got sidetracked.
Huh?
Yeah. Huh? Back to building some stairs. Up here I have some more things built. Okay. This needs... Did I... Oh man. This... I really messed this up. That goes there. That there. That. That. Thanks for stepping in, Top Dog. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day or wherever, whatever time of day it is for you. Morning? Okay. Now I think I might have done this right. I can get rid of these. Those. Those. This might just end up looking weird. Full concentration mode. Must delete the correct block. Oh. Okay. Now let's see how ugly it looks with these in it. Doo, doo. Pretty horrible. How do I do this though? I don't think I can have this on this part of the stairs. It just looks too ugly. I think that stairs just needs to be only a block and no trim detail. It looks too weird. Just ugly. Ugly. Why does this one not work either? That's strange. Okay, deletion time. Or maybe I do it like that. This version wasn't working. I'm gonna keep this and then maybe decide to change it later. Bah, I don't know what to do. I can't figure it out. Should it be just one long stairs or should there be an actual platform here? So I keep this as an angle. I really should just keep going down at an angle, because the second I add a thing over, then it's kind of dumb if it's more angled. Then it would just have to be straight. But having an angled stairs is kind of weird anyway. Hmm. I'm just gonna try this. There. It's perfect. It's exactly how I wanted it. One of these stairs needs to go away. So, Erwin, do you already have an entire location already planned out and built for us in the new world now? 'Cause, that would be convenient. It would be fun if they had like, not fun, but it would be nice for non-builder builders if in addition to these they had like one or two different, just 1, 2, 3, or 4 kind of pre-built kind of mini homes that you could just plop in, that had like, as long as you had the right materials, it would just plop everything down. And then we could make like some really generic places for people to live in as we kind of build the place out. If that makes sense. Is it? It's a lot of building. Nice. I was thinking about people who, because I think some people are definitely truly interested, but I think some people might just want to stop in from time to time and kind of help out with this or that, and maybe not be super involved in questing or other stuff. What happened here? I don't know. I've never made a server before though, so I have no experience like you do with Minecraft servers and stuff like that. So okay, 2. We're just gonna keep this going down. And that's there. Those 2. Those 2. Those 2. Yeah. Casual for some, intense gathering to supply everybody's needs for others. No, I know that there are, if we wanted to make it easier on ourselves at some points, I know there are worlds you can just go grab stuff from. I don't know how that works exactly, but I think you like download the save file and then you can reload the save. I have no idea. Something about downloading and reloading, and I don't know. Then all of a sudden all the materials are like respawned in the thing or something. Oh yeah, I definitely would be game for that. I'm not worried about that. I'm just more worried about I don't know. I like building so much, but part of the building that I like is also the gathering, but some people might just like the building, you know? Like creative mode in Minecraft. So I just want to make it as easy as possible for people to have fun doing what they want to do instead of being like gated behind this fake wall of you need to go gather everything. But if we gather everything, that could be kind of burdensome, depending on how involved people get in their builds or what they want to do. Starting out, it wouldn't be an issue, but later on, it could be. Like, more work than you anticipate. No one would be required to do the gathering. Yeah. I just don't want the like, I have always gathered for myself, and like I know, oh, I'm gathering this for this specific purpose in my build, or like a specific goal, and I just don't want it to get to a point where it's like, oh, I'm gathering this and I don't really want to be gathering because it's just the same thing again and again, and there's no point. It'd be the same thing, I guess, if in our worlds we just kept making chests and filling them for no reason other than they could be filled. That would be kind of boring after a while. I've managed to set most of my settings. Yeah, you can make this game really easy. I actually, when I finished my playthrough on this last patch, and then I switched everything to really easy, and then the first time I went out gathering, everything was so easy to kill. I was like, I need to change this back. It's not fun anymore. But I think with a bunch of people, I don't know. See how it goes. It's not until October, so could be really fun. What do you think of this monstrosity I'm creating? Are you keeping quiet because you are really disgusted by it? Yeah, the other thing that might be weird is some people might be like, I just want to be casual here. And other people are like, I want the boss's fights to actually be hard. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't have any answers. I only pose questions because the staircase is getting there. Well, it's getting somewhere. Not sure it's getting there, but it's getting somewhere. Not really sold on this, but maybe when I add the railing, maybe it'll all tie together somehow. Some magical... much easier to go up the hill now that there's stairs here. Okay, we're gonna do this here. Night Mines Spark. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. I'm just in my staircase world. I apologize for not being a better host for your streaming enjoyment. Sleep well. No problem. Smack. Next, okay, off to the next serve project. See if I can do the same for... You're gonna do that one too? You can't do both. No, you can't. Well, I mean, you could, but... I downloaded that and reopened my last save, which I thought I played a lot more of that game. I remember liking it, but my save doesn't seem like I played a lot of it. I only built a really small part of it. I think what maybe happened is that because that was in early access or something at the time, think I was like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for the next update, and then some other game came out. I never went back to it. But I tried and loading that file, and then the file was like, when I would walk around, I would just like walk really jaggedy. I don't know what was going on. 39? Let me see. I have I don't see it. I'm bad here. I only have 15 hours. So, yeah, I think what happened is that there was a patch coming out, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for the next patch, and then I just never came back for some reason. That's why it's like been in the back of my mind, because I kind of remembered there's like different people you have to get, and maybe I'm remembering wrong. Okay, it is getting to the point where this is almost done. Well, done and done. The footprint of it is done. None of the railing or anything connecting it is done, but kind of don't want to do that quite yet because I want to see what's connected to it. Like if there's a building right here, I don't want a railing right here, you know? So I think I'm just going to keep the path as it is until buildings actually appear. Still have to go over this way, which is going to be a pain in the butt. This works. It's straight, but there's no way I was doing this curved. Just no way. It's at least angled, and it avoids the tree. We saved a tree. Okay. Pink goes away so fast. No home servers. But I could be wrong. Can't, instead of creating a server, couldn't we just... How would that work? I don't I didn't play that game as multiplayer, so I don't know how joining someone's game or something like that works. Because we both have fiber, so it's not like connecting to something should be an issue. Via Steam, I mean, like instead of having a server. And I've run out of the energy to build more pathing. I think I'm gonna end this stream playing a little Enshrouded. Nope, I'm playing Enshrouded right now. I am playing Enshrouded right now. You should remember this. But I might open up Tinyglade and show you what my daughter and I have worked on. And she keeps coming back whenever I'm not in this, whenever I'm not on the computer. She's like coming down here and logging in, keeps playing it. Tinyglade, which is funny. So yeah, I am gonna switch this. We're gonna do this. Done. We're gonna... How's this gonna work? This is good because I need to test out switching games, and it's really hard to do with just one screen. I'm gonna go here real quick. Be patient while this loads in. Video display windowed. Hi. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then we need to go here and take this one. We'll do this for a little bit. I can show you these. You only saw a couple pictures. This is the craziness that exists in Tiny Glade. And there's this little build. I think this one, there's a game or there's a method that to start the game that's daily theme, and it was like some random theme topic that hey, stop. Have you been lurking the whole time? Funny. Yeah, so in Tiny Glade, it's a much easier building game. And you can do a lot of things fast, but because it's so easy, it becomes boring after a while, unless you have like a certain goal. So, I had used these daily themes as like a stepping stone to try and give me an idea of what to actually build. So we had that one, and then there's this is my daughter's. It's like a witch's thing from what I remember, or like these are bringing energy up to the thing. I don't know. You could sit long if you had a goal, I bet. But just building randomly, I definitely agree, is really hard to do. A bunch of these are... This was a world I started building to build square on one side and round on the other side. And this is before they had stairs in the game, so I was placing individual layers of to make stairs. But yeah, that was an uncompleted build, but the start is something. And then this is a world that my daughter and I would go back and forth on and build. It started with this, it had this like pre-built, and then we started building each building throughout the entire city. So we have 2 full cities that are built now, that me and my daughter have worked on together. Stop my... Excuse me. I had to cough there for a sec. Let me drink something real quick. Muted. You can't expand the building area. It always remains tiny, so it is what it is. That border is the border. But yeah, this was our first build. I had to build a castle with like a secret entrance in the back. This isn't all me. This is me and my daughter. Stop, my daughter's 18 if you don't know this. So she's adult gamer who likes cozy games. This is the one that we just finished making. And this is a town based on a D&D campaign that she is the dungeon master for. So she built like a town in Photoshop, just like a map. And then I was like, what if we built that in Tiny Glade? And so, yeah, the stairs now, when you separate them, they can have that kind of floaty feature. So she has like the wizard tower with the cool stairs. And we just went back and forth, making a little market, fish, and the bread, like a little bandstand for like musicians to play at. This is fabrics. And then we tried to make a bookstore, books and brooms for like the wizards. But there's no books because it's all just stuff. So I think those are... It's one of these posts turned sideways, a bunch of them, and like little, I don't know. Yeah, so... And we have like this little joke that's over here. This is the first car in the medieval times. Has the headlights. But this is the mansion. This is like the rich people in town, so they had the car. And then she has like this the inn with like places to eat stuff. And then a whole bunch of different styles. This she found like an AI image online and kind of started building to try around that framework. But yeah, this is Tiny Glade. I don't actually want to build in Tiny Glade. So now she just started doing stuff on her own and has created this little area with like a bridge that's dilapidated and like sunk into the water. Soon she'll be building an Enshrouded. She built a little boat. All cute stuff. Yep. So that's Enshrouded. Or not Enshrouded. Tiny, that's Tiny Glade. Why do I keep saying Enshrouded? I think that's about it for me though today. It's 9:30 here and I still need to eat because I haven't done that for some reason. Because I'm weird sometimes about when I should eat. I just forget is basically the problem. Let's see if I can figure out if we can raid somebody. No problem. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks as well to you, Stop, for hanging out. Appreciate coming in early and staying the whole time if you've been here the whole time. Just lurking away. I think I want to go and raid Mary Ellen Katz, who is a streamer that I have watched for a while. And she's playing an FPS game, which is definitely not this stuff, but she's a really cool cat. And let's see if we can go over there. I don't have any emotes or anything, so no need to post any crazy message. Just say hi, that you came from Easy's stream. And yeah, she's a cool person. I normally just watch FPS games. I never play FPS games, but I like to watch people who are more skilled at things than I am, and she's actually really good at shooting things. So we'll head over there. I'll shut up now. All right. So just wish her a good day. We'll go over there. She is good at shooting things. Really good. It's scary how good she is. Just watch. You will be impressed. She kills the mans a lot. All right. See you over there.